friends. Welcome back to the Hour of Power. It's a new month and we have a new theme, Winter Wonderland. And I have an amazing book that I want to read to you. It's one of my favorites. It's called Snowmen at Night. Before I read this to you, I want to show you something. So when you're reading a book or when you're having a book read to you, you want to make a movie in your mind about what the book is telling you. And so I made a little poster here to show you the important parts for making a movie in your mind. So as you're listening to me read Snowmen at Night, I want for you to think about what are the things that you are picturing in your mind. What size are they? How big are they? Are they bigger than you? Are they smaller than you? Are they the size of a mouse or a cat? Or are they the size of an elephant? What are the colors that you see? How many objects do you see, or how many characters? What are their shapes? Where is this story taking place? Is there movement? Are these characters moving around? What's the mood? And what that means is this a sad story or a sad part of the story, or a happy story or exciting? Or does the mood change from one part of the story to the other? When does this happen? Is it happening at night, like this story that I'm going to read to you? Or does it happen during the day? Does it happen in modern times, or in the future, or in the past? What's going on in the background? So what do you see in the background when you're making this movie in your mind? What's the perspective? Is it something that you're looking at like this? Or are you looking down on it from above? Or are you looking up at it? And what sounds do you hear? So those are important things that will help you to make a clearer movie in your mind of the story that you're reading. So I'm going to read you this story, and I'm not going to show you the pictures. I'm going to read it. I will do it as a read aloud, and I'll show you the pictures later, but I want you to really work on making a movie in your mind of this story. So this story is called Snowmen at Night. One wintry day, I made a snowman, very round and tall. The next day when I saw him, he was not the same at all. His hat had slipped, his arms drooped down. He really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night? I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark, off the lawn and down the street, right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice-cold cocoa made by snowman mothers. Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice, they go on over to the pond to do skating tricks on ice. Sometimes they start giggling, and then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. They gather up their snowballs, the pitcher takes his aim, and underneath the moonlit sky, they play a baseball game. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs in the world's best snowball fight. Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Wahoo! They yell. This is by far the snowmen's biggest thrill. Finally, they're tuckered out and getting sleepy, so they slowly gather up their things, and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked, or he's lost a little height, you'll know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. Okay, and that's the end. If you would like to listen to this story and to see the pictures, I'm going to invite you into the read aloud section of our next theme, Winter Wonderland, and I'm going to read that story out loud to you and some others. But I want for you to start to, as you're listening to other people read stories and as you're starting to read your own stories, work on making a movie in your mind of what you see. There's another thing that I want to show you. I don't know if you can see it in the background there, but I have a blending Ferris wheel that I want to show you. These are the cards that you got on your very first show of Hour of Power. And so I'm going to show you how these work. So I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to go around my blending Ferris wheel, and I'm going to blend this sound with the vowel that's there. Okay? So let's go. D, da, da, de, da. Let's try it with another one. How about with an F? Fa, fi, fa, fa, fe, and fa again. You can also put your consonant after the vowel and do some blending. Let's do it with the letter N at the end. On, that's a real word. In, that's also a real word. And, that's also a real word. Un, it's not a real word, but it's a prefix and a lot of times a part of a word. N. So I want for you, you don't have to have a Ferris wheel, but you can lay out your vowels and start to work on blending with your other cards. I will tell you too that this month we have a new prize that you are going to get that's going to help you to work on more sounds and also building bigger words. So the secret code to get that prize is building words. Okay, I want you to write that down. Building words. Write your name and your teacher's name on a little piece of paper and slip it into the Hour of Power box, and you're going to get a prize, and it's going to be a word building prize. I'll see you next time, friends.